Hey everybody, we have a brand new intro for you guys, so buckle in and get excited because it's about to go down right now, okay? I take no responsibility for this. This was all Eldorian, so buckle in.
Athlete.
What was that? Oh, whoopsies, hang on. Whoops, Hot's
Twitch
over. There
chat's
we go.
reaction is wonderful.
I hit the wrong overlay. That was... What was that? That was a thing. That
So
was
that
something.
happened.
So you know what? Hats off to him. Yeah, hats off to Eldorian for that. He was up till 2 a.m. making it, so we couldn't not. So, anyways, yes, Snuggie, I saw the wrong scene. I did it. That XSplit new bad part on mine. So, anyways, welcome everybody to the Heroes Power. Oh, you know what? Hang on, we're gonna do this here. Welcome everybody to the Heroes Power Hour. So good to see you guys. I am your host Twiz, and we are here to rock the Nexus with you guys. We're going to be doing a couple of things. This show is separated into two different portions. Okay, the first portion is news and gameplay, and the second portion is news. Second portion is gameplay. First portion iTunes. Second portion YouTube. So it's around. It's so hard to keep a straight face with that music going in the background. But I'm not alone, guys. The BlizzPro crew is here, as always, every week. First and foremost, we have the co-founder of BlizzPro.com himself, Mr. Eldorian. Welcome back to the show, my good man.
Hey, Twiz, how's it going?
Good, dude. Good.
Oh, man. Hey, so I got another joke for you. Remember last week? I had a really good one.
Hit me.
Got another one for you. So, why can't you hear a pterodactyl using the bathroom?
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl using the bathroom? I don't know why.
Because the P is silent.
Oh,
I'm so mad at you.
Yeah. I wish my name was Terry, because then I would tell people who couldn't pronounce my name right. It's not Perry, it's Terry with a... Or no. What do they say? Oh, that music's too short. The music's too short. It's a... What do they say? It's a P... It starts with a P, as in pterodactyl.
Or, my favorite is, my name is Steven with a P. and then they spell it out with a P at the beginning. Have you seen that Starbucks one where they did that?
No, I haven't seen that, dude.
Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
Steven. Oh, gosh. Also, at the... oh, hey, look what I did. God, I'm just like rookieing it up tonight. Hang on. Wait.
I am not DJ Tyrant.
No.
I was about to say, I wanted to see who noticed it first.
Whoop. There we go. Look at that, guys. Magic on the fly. How about that? Don't ask how...
You're so talented.
Nothing up my sleeves, okay? So, anyways, starting from the bottom up to our guest, our very special guest host, we have Mr. DJ Tyrant. Welcome back to the show.
Always fun to be here.
Dude, I saw you in the intro, man. Like, you had the Vanilla Ice dance going on. It was beastly. It was beastly.
Dude, that song, you just cannot, like, not move.
How can you not? You can't not move. Okay, all right, we're going to get off of this for a while. Moving right along, just above him, you are going to see the shot caller, the brains behind the operation, Mr. Balrog Fan BP. Welcome back.
Hey, how's it going? I don't know how you expect me to concentrate with that music on. It's just too distracting.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. We'll give it a whirl.
Just play it the whole show, though. I'd rather.
Yeah, we might be able to do that. I'll play it during the core push.
There you go.
So, yeah. Last but certainly not least, guys, we have a contributor to Blizz Pro. He does a lot of things. He heads up the Extra Life team, for the Extra Life charity team that Blizz Pro does. He's been a good friend, supporter of all the Blizz Pro shows and stuff like that. And Nine Ball could not be here. He couldn't get out of work in time. So we have brought on our very special guest host, Mr. Review Dad Media himself. Good evening, my good man.
How's it going? I need that as a ringtone now.
Oh, right? Right? I'm telling you what, just like that song alone, you could go into the apocalypse with a can-do attitude just by listening to that song.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually going to make it as my alarm clock so I wake up in the morning every day with it. Just get my day going.
Yeah, there's no better way to wake up. It's proven fact.
Proven fact. It's proven fact. So
you pop out of bed, a champion.
That's right. That's right. So, anyways, guys, like I said before, this is the first part of the episode, and this is going to be uploaded to iTunes, and 5-star reviews help push us to the top. So, if you like the things that we're doing, that's certainly appreciated. One of the other things that you can do is you can go here. You can support us on patreon.com/heroespowerhour. You can support us there. It takes care of all the background stuff, guys, that we have to go through. There's server fees. There's equipment that we use to do this. There's software subscriptions. There's all sorts of stuff. So if you like the things we do and you want to help keep pushing this along, by all means, feel free to head on over. And if you want to donate, you can. There are perks. We've reached a milestone. So after the show, we do play. We play a couple of games with some of our patrons. So if you guys want to hop on the Skype call and play some games with us and hang out afterwards, a little bit goes a long way. So
yeah, last week was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes, yeah, I did too. I did
Zex
too.
and Purple were really good players and had a great time with them.
They're better than me.
Sorry, Jimmy, you're getting replaced.
Yes. Purple's rank 5. You're out, buddy.
Yeah. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. So, anyways, let's talk a little bit about our week in Heroes. Why don't we have our guest host go first? You made some headway, if I'm right. What should I call you? If I call you Review Dad Media the entire time,
You just call me Tim.
I'll just call you Tim. Is so much easier than Review Dad Media.
Just Tim, yeah.
So, talk to me about your week in Heroes, dude. I know you made some progress.
Yeah, I finally put some time into the game after I've been saying for like the last year that I need to play it again, and you were kind enough to gift me with Jaina, and I just went hog with her. She's a blast.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that was my entire weekend, was just Heroes of the Storm.
You maxed her out. You got the hero skin.
I did.
Awesome. Good for you, dude. Good for you. So,
and
you're toying around with a couple other. You're kind of getting into it a little bit deeper. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm playing with Asmodon a little bit, but after watching you play last week, I think it was, I can't embarrass myself this early. And then today I was playing with Lily a little bit. Found out she's easy mode.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. She's auto. She set it and forget it a little bit.
Yeah, she's hold down Q.
Yes. Just tape it down. Tape it down on your keyboard. So that's pretty much how you do it. From 16 on, you just hold it down, and that's about it. And then when that's not doing it, you throw in cups, and that's that. So, anyways, how about everybody else? The week in gaming. Now that we're not playing the same 4 maps again, it's actually expanded a little bit. I've never been so happy to see Blackheart's Bay and see
Garden of Terror.
Garden of Terror, yeah. I mean, how'd you guys' week go? Because I've got a lot of stuff to talk about in my week because I spent a lot of time doing Heroes. So I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to really get to play Heroes this week. If you listen to Well Met, our Hearthstone podcast, it'll probably explain why. I have a bet going on with one of the co-hosts over there that whoever ends the season ranked higher has to win the other person's team's jersey. He's a Twins fan. I'm a Royals fan. So if I lose, I have to wear a Twins shirt or something on our show.
Wow.
So I can't let that happen. So I've been digging into Hearthstone. It's going to be Hearthstone a lot this month. And then then I'll get back to Heroes for sure.
Is it a shirt or a jersey?
I think it's just a shirt. Because jersey would be expensive.
Yeah.
So expensive.
So, yeah.
I gotcha. Aranya says, there be doubloons for the pilferin' matey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be back at Blackheart's Bay. My week was normal. I played a little bit. I didn't get much time to play over the weekend, but had some good games with Tychus. I'm just kind of like trying to hone in on a few guys that I have the highest win rate with, which seems to be Tychus, Zagara, Lily, and Tyrael. So just kind of locking in on them, trying to hone it up,
Cool.
I was jumping around too much there for a while.
Nothing wrong with that. Variety is the spice of life, my friend.
Yeah.
So, how about you, DJ?
Yeah, mostly it was playing with you on Saturday, I believe it was, when you fired up the Blizz Pro stream. I hopped on for a bit. I kind of just played random characters just because I didn't feel like focusing on anything. And even though I know I need to start doing that more, I played Murky, I played Sylvanas, I played just a bunch of random stuff to clear out quests and stuff.
Sure.
And then today when I got home, I got to play one Hero League match, and I won, and I got like 370 points for a win on it. It was pretty crazy. So
Gotcha.
They're trying to push you up, Jimmy. They think
I
you're
know.
too low.
It's true.
I probably
I'm
am.
telling you to grind it out.
I know. That's my goal for this week, is to grind out some Hero League, and we'll find out next episode if I did that or not. So,
Also, Twiz, people want to know how the shake diet's going, man.
yeah.
The shake diet. Okay, so we started week 2 of it. Now look, I splurged a little bit. Okay, I did have a 6-inch Subway sandwich, and it was glorious. I don't even feel remotely bad about it. But the shake diet's going well. Today I'm supposed to be having it's a cleanse day. Not participating in that. No interest whatsoever. So yeah, sorry.
Is that like an enema or something?
It kind of is, but via fire hydrant. It's really strange.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's an intense diet.
They send you the equipment, so hey, whatever.
That's good. Yeah.
But no, you know what? In my week in gaming, let's see here. Last Saturday, I did a stream all day long for Extra Life charity, and it was right here on twitch.tv/BlizzPro, and we ended up. I think we made $21 in donations, which was awesome. Yep, absolutely. And then I played several heroes. Now I did a couple of things. Okay, first off, I gave Gazlo an honest shot because I did play a little bit of League of Legends earlier this week, and I played this guy who reminded me of Gazlo. His name is like Heimerdinger or Schlong is longer or something like that. I forget what his
Nailed
name
it the
is.
first time.
Yep. And so I played him, and I was like, this makes me want to play Gazlo. So I learned Gazlo. I do pretty decent on Gazlo. Had some good games with him. And then after, I think, we streamed for almost 10 hours, and it was Tim and me. And we streamed for like 10 hours, and the chat room finally talked me into buying Murky. And I bought him, and I get him, and I play him pretty well. And it's almost comical how he works. I've always been like a Murky hater, and after playing him for a while, I've come to the conclusion of a couple of things. Where Murky sits at, Murky is great lane push. He's great harassment. With the low death timer, I mean, he's right back in it, causing problems. His ultimate, where he grabs you in the net and your team can nuke somebody down, is exceptionally valuable. The flip side of that coin, though, is that Murky, although very good, he's good in certain comps. And there's other heroes that are just better. They're just better to have. So now that I've played him, I'm going to stop knocking on him. But it was kind of funny. I had we pushed through one tower, and I had been fighting with the Sylvanas this whole match, and she chased me in circles around this dead, the rubble of the tower. and I kited her around in circles while the minions were attacking her, and finally she was at like 25% health, and I bubbled and I took off towards the gate. Here comes Nova out of the bushes and polished her off. I mean, we probably did like 6 or 7 laps around the rubble. It was so funny. Now, my favorite thing about Murky is when people use their ults on him. They use their ult to try and kill Murky. I bubbled out of a triple tap at level 20, so it's like, okay, Nova, enjoy that cooldown for a while. You just sit back and be stupid and useless for a while. Yeah, people just, they use their ults on Murky, and it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, I get it. He's great lane push, and you got to keep him in check. But I wonder if people think that they're going to get as a full XP kill, you know, and they're gonna put me on some big res timer. That, you know, it just doesn't work that way. So I think the advantage Murky has is people don't get Murky. They don't understand him.
I think most of it is people are so annoyed with Murky that they just want to kill him the fastest way possible, and they just get angry and hit that R.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
And I bubble out of it.
Yeah.
So,
just make him angrier.
Make him angrier.
That bubble, when you're playing against him, it's so frustrating.
Yes, it really is. It really is, no doubt. Especially when you can spec into it, where it's the cooldown's faster on it. But I found that playing single queue, playing quick match by yourself or something like that, when you're not with somebody that can capitalize on Murky's ult, it's difficult because they don't know what's coming, and they probably don't even know what you're doing. But you have very few people. I've netted some people, and just nobody capitalizes on it. They're like, oh, I gotta kill these minions, and it's like, don't you understand? I have Johanna, netted right now for 3 seconds. But anyways, but so that was pretty much my week in Heroes of the Storm. I logged some serious hours, got a lot accomplished, feeling pretty good about myself, feeling pretty good. So okay, let's talk about there was a little bit of stuff that came out today. There was the Leoric trailer, and I watched a good bit of it, and I think he's gonna be fun. This trailer, it's all over the place. It's all over the Heroes of the Storm. I'm sure there's an article with it, maybe on heroes.blizzpro.com. I haven't had time to look, so shame on me for that. But if not, it'll be up shortly, I'm sure.
It's on the front page of the launcher too.
Oh, is it? Well, there you have it. But they displayed all of his abilities, his ults. There's a fly on my camera. It's and how everything works and stuff like that. Tim, I think that one of your first initial impressions was that you think he's probably going to be pretty hard to play.
Well, for people like me, then most heroes are for me.
Well,
he looks like he could be a little tricky at first, yeah.
I think the whole being able to do stuff after you die is going to take some getting used to, and really learning how best to do that. And that's
his ults too look like they could be. You could whiff on them pretty bad.
Yeah, because I don't know how much
especially that Waller ult seems a little scary.
Yeah,
because it totally. I mean, they even mentioned it in the video. They're like, you can totally screw over your teammates with this if you're not careful.
Yeah, and I don't know how much control you have over him when he's doing that. Or if it's like they're all grouped up and you have to be the last man in, and you just come storming in doing that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Or if maybe because you heal yourself, maybe you get in the middle of it, and that's when you start swinging. I don't know. Personally, I think the other one where he puts the gate up and stuff like that, that to me reminds me a lot of Lamb to the Slaughter, where it's like, I'm going to corner you and prevent you from going anywhere. And, same thing, different color, So, same orange, different color. But anyways, that's on the front page of the launcher. There was not a whole bunch of stuff in the news, guys. So we're just kind of doing the thing, talking some heroes.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in real quick though. If you go to the shop, there are 2 new items actually. There's the Archangel Diablo skin and Turiel's Charger.
Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. All right, yep. The
Both are
Archangel
$9.99, I think.
Yeah.
Diablo.
And I didn't even notice this until I got in the game today. And if you don't have Diablo already, you can buy the bundle.
When you buy the skin, you also get the voiceover, altered voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get him to talk.
Kneel before the Lord of Terror.
That
Yeah.
Archangel Diablo is pretty sweet.
He is. Too bad Diablo sucks.
Right.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Yeah. And Tyrael's Charger, you said?
If you go to the mounts.
Ooh. Ooh, I did not see him.
It's a pretty cool mount.
Oh.
Is it similar to the one that you get in WoW?
It's, yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah.
The one in WoW is a bit more angelic, if I remember correctly.
Man.
Right.
What a horse.
Different skin variants are pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the middle one, the dark one.
Yeah. Wait till the skin catches up. Or wait till the stream catches up and you guys see me wiggling this horse's butt right in front of everybody. So...
You would do that.
And I did do that. So... What you got? I love wiggling the tail around, though. That's so much fun. So... Anyways, yeah, very cool. I like that. I like that. I'll probably pick that up, as a matter of fact. I'm kind of a huge fan of that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm a huge fan of that. So I definitely will be picking that up the more I look at it. So
Yeah.
So are we going to have a stream, Twiz, where you're just wiggling horse butts?
I could do that. I could do that for hours.
The wiggling horse butt
Yeah,
power hour.
yeah.
There's something you don't know about Twiz, and that's he's a brony. He has been his whole life.
I don't mean to brag. It's in my blood. So, anyways. Oh, boy. So let's talk about the overall Eternal Conflict patch. Okay? There's a post that talks about, like, you know, the overall score of how this Eternal Conflict patch went. There's the winners and the losers. And this was, again, written by Alebeard. At Alebeard TV is his Twitter handle. He talks about the winners. The things that came out of this patch that were super positive, that got good community reviews and stuff like that. Obviously, the Butcher was a win, and that was one thing I did forget to talk about in my week. I played the Butcher for the first time, and he's one of those tunes I grabbed onto. I grabbed onto really easily, and I play him really well, and I'm going to play him tonight during the second half. So, and of course I say that, and I'm going to play him like total crap. But hey, whatever, it is what it is. But I think the Butcher was, in fact, he's a good hero that came out of this, especially since I got a chance to play him now. Who has not played him here?
I have
haven't.
not had a chance to.
No?
Because I haven't bought them yet.
Okay.
I played him a bit.
Okay, so it's me and Charlie then. Okay. Malfurion got all sorts of changes and buffs. I know Jimmy's a big fan of the changes and buffs that came to Malfurion. Here's a little excerpt from it. It was obvious just by reading the patch notes that he was going to benefit greatly from the changes that were made. The first week of play has proven that to be true. All the basic abilities and his trait were improved. While I'm going to pause this ad. While most of the talents that he lost were the ones that had been recently nerfed. So
Yeah, and all the talents he gained were really strong ones. Like Cleanse is such a strong talent, I feel like.
yeah,
And that can easily make the difference between one of your teammates staying alive or dying.
yeah, yep, absolutely, dude. Yeah, then cleanse has become such almost a huge part of some of the other builds that are out there. Who else has cleanse? I just saw it.
People have problems using cleanse, and I just want to stress to everyone, like, don't pass on it. Like, just practice it, because you get cleanse and you're like, crap, I only used cleanse once that entire game. But once you start remembering to use cleanse a lot, it becomes a lot easier. You tend to look for a teammate being slowed or stunned during a battle, and once you get that down, it makes a huge difference in a fight.
Sure. Yeah, Uther has that too as well, right?
Yeah, Uther has it,
Yep.
and
Yep.
some Rhaegar get it too, I think. Someone else got
I
it.
don't know.
Let me
Was it
take a look
Brightwing?
real quick.
I've not looked at
And-
Brightwing at all since the patch, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, Rhaegar got it as well. Level
Okay.
7 team spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rhaegar was also on the list of wins, along with Zagara, and Stitches got an honorable mention. There was a time when Stitches was, without a doubt, the best tank in the game, but then he got hit hard with the Nerf bat. He's been one of the least played warriors ever since. While he's still far from removed from his glory days, Stitches received some nice improvements in this patch, so there might be hope for him yet. This past week was Free Stitches week. I saw more Stitches than I could shake a stitch at.
And they all sucked.
Shake a hook at.
Yeah. They were bad. They were.
Well, it's all about practicing the hook, and I do like Stitches. I like the regen build with the devour flesh buff and all that, but he's in an awkward spot because he's good enough to play, but he's not good enough to be better than most of the other tank choices still.
Sure.
Yeah, and along those lines, if the meta was still like 2 warriors, maybe he would find a place there, but
Yeah.
it's just not one warrior's sufficient in this meta.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I want to give Stitches an honest try. I think that hook makes or breaks you. If you play him, it's like the people who play the Butcher and think he's a tank. You play him right, he might have a lot of utility. It's just people. He's not what he used to be. And that's what people don't like about it. He's not a tank anymore, but that doesn't mean that he's unusable.
You have to play him in a decent group that understands, how Stitches works.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you have to be good with Stitches to be good as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do that, you can pick people off left and right with Stitches.
Yep, absolutely. He's like almost like ETC. You know what? He doesn't put out damage numbers, but he's got so much utility, and obviously in the hook, in the gorge, stuff like that. And if your team can capitalize on that, all of a sudden Stitches becomes a pretty valuable asset. So it's just a matter of playing him right. Also listed in this article, and I think, can somebody link that in the chat room, or I will. So I'll link it. Here we go. Also in the article, there was the losers. The Lost Vikings made that list of the losers. So many changes, where to even begin. Have you touched the Vikings since they got changed, Jimmy?
Not once yet. I'm scared to touch them. I don't want to see what kind of state they're in.
Your main tune that you played the best of all the heroes, and you haven't even touched him yet.
I don't know. It's just
job.
It's bad.
One job.
I don't blame him on that one, man. I wouldn't.
Really?
They're hard enough to play as it is, and they made them drastically different.
They made it so that they can't use all their talented spells in a build anymore. Like, you used to be able to have Q, W, and E, and now you have to choose between 2 of them at one talent tree or something like that. It's really bad.
Yeah.
They're in a really bad spot, I feel like.
You know what, though? I mean, they're still XP soakers, man. And I played Eternal Conflict against the Vikings, and I mean, they weren't that great, but he didn't split any of them. Obviously, that's not really a map that you split them on too much, I don't think, anyways. But we were constantly fighting that XP advantage they had because of the Vikings. So
you mentioned playing against them. That was on Saturday when we streamed for 10 hours. That was the one game where we saw anybody play Vikings. It was the only time in 10 hours.
Yeah.
I've only seen them twice since the patch, and it wasn't. They're a lot easier to blow up now too. I mean, like, the Viking ship lasting an extra 5 seconds longer makes it much easier to blow it up and stun all 3 of them and then wipe them out too.
Yeah, like on paper it sounds like a buff, but it's not.
Oh, we let chat room down.
Why?
We asked Jimmy if he's touched the Vikings, and they were expecting a ton of innuendos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. There's always next time.
The little PP.
We don't go for the obvious ones.
Yeah,
we don't go for the obvious ones. I mean, what fun is that, for crying out loud, chat? Get to know us a little bit. We have some respect.
We've got a big chat room right now, too.
This is a very professional show, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very, I mean, just insanely professional, so. But, anyhow, there's a whole list of thoughts on what really didn't make it. Believe it or not, some of the losers in this: Brightwing, obviously Illidan, Anubarak, Kerrigan, and then there's the promote, the promote ability. I'm gonna kill this fly. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat an insect.
I want to quickly jump in on Kerrigan. Like they Blizzard already mentioned on the forums that they're going to be changing her in some way, just because the nerfs to Executioner and the poison just like really kill her build.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she really only had one viable build, and you had to build around her as it was. So
Yeah.
I'll be glad. Like, she's my favorite character. I'd love to see her changed up a bit and brought to the front a little more without needing to be like, because it was either you were so good with her and you had a team built around her that she felt unfair, or she was utter garbage. They need to kind of find a middle ground there.
Yep. But I don't want to spoil the article for you guys, but seriously, in case you want to get the bird's eye view of what happened with this patch, just to see if maybe you agree with some of these things or whatever, there's articles. Here's the storm.blizzpro.com. And you can add comments and everything like that. There's already a pretty good comment string going on. So, feel free to jump in on that, guys. Let's see here. One of the last things we're going to talk about is we did a butcher build last week. Is this a different build than the one we did last week?
Well, we didn't really do a build. I just kind of mentioned the talent. Last week,
Last week was Asmodon.
Yeah, Asmodon.
Oh, I thought we did.
Last week, Nineball just played Butcher, and I just ran through what I usually pick talent-wise because it was first time picking him, but we didn't really go through the build.
Well, let's go through the build, man.
All right, that sounds good.
The build. We're gonna, and I'm gonna play this build tonight, guys. So unless he changes it, in which case I'm gonna play my own build. But I think we have the same build here.
Yeah, maybe. I'd be surprised if you take Bolt at 20.
I don't.
You are anti-Bolt.
I am anti-Bolt.
All right, so Butcher, he's a melee assassin. He's really strong. The main thing is you just gotta know when to get in and when to get out. He doesn't have any mobility tools, so you really have to play him kind of like keeping that in mind. Like, when you commit to something, you gotta make sure you're either gonna win the trade, get a 2-for-1, or you're gonna affect the fight in some way that allows your team to win, because he's going to have a hard time getting away most of the time. With the build that I take, it just kind of focuses on his strength, which is damage, and one of the best ways to do that is to give him Invigoration at level 1, and what that does is if the hamstring hits a hero, its mana cost is refunded and the cooldown is reduced by a second. So this kind of allows you to spam out your only long-range harass tool, making it cost that little mana, which I believe brings it down to 25 mana with a 3-second cooldown. So that's pretty good for how much damage it does, being able to use that.
I will say though that I have never run into mana issues with him. I really haven't, because in the beginning I farm minions to get all my meat stacks, and then after that it's going around and trying to affect the map, do objectives and stuff like that. And
do you not take Invigoration, or?
I do. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like you didn't.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, no, and that's what helps with that too. Like, you can really abuse that. If you are having trouble surviving with them, though, Victuals is pretty good too. It's a lot of healing.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
3% per meat stack, and
but that goes against once you're maxed out. Oh, okay. So no matter what, okay.
Yeah, it'll still drop them no matter what,
even if you're maxed. Okay, yeah, that isn't bad.
It's pretty good. It just doesn't help on the damage end of things. But if you want to play the Butcher, you like him a lot, but you're having trouble surviving, Victuals is a good choice there. But once you start progressing and becoming better at playing the Butcher, Invigoration is just going to be a better choice.
Yep.
Level 4 Flail Axe. It gives Hamstring insane range compared to what it has.
Yep. You can run that thing down an entire line of minions.
Yep.
And it's glorious.
And if you hit a hero, it's half the mana cost and a second less on the cooldown.
I look at it as a perk. I use my Hamstring for minions, and then later on in the game I'm using it on heroes. That's just it's a perk. It's not anything that I'm like, oh god, that mana cost is reduced by half, and I'm really feeling it, you know.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, it's a perk, and with the increased range, it allows, like, it gives him an option to harass from far away, so he doesn't always have to get up in people's business the entire time, which can get you killed.
Yep.
But yeah, I hear you. It's a nice little perk. Level 7. I don't know how to say this.
Abattoir.
Abattoir.
Yep.
It's a French word for a slaughterhouse. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, basically, there's no other option at this level. You have to take it. It's an extra 10%. That's 35% damage. And the main thing is, if you do make a mistake and die, you don't have to start completely over with your fresh meat stacks, which is important.
Which is huge, because 35, if you went down to 0, getting 35 is just so time consuming. The trade-off, though, is you're going to soak XP. Getting it built back up from minions, but still, it takes you a little bit out of the game.
And like, you look at it, okay, you don't take Abattoir. You're at 25. You can get the 25 back, but that's also a 25% reduction in your damage flat, whereas this bumps you from 35 down to 17 if you die, so it's 18, a little more.
18.
Is it? Does it round up?
Yep.
I thought it rounded down.
Yep, it carries the ball. Yep. Abattoir, nice. Which is also Riot Taba, for those of you who spell it backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Riot Taba.
I like that, actually. Better. That's Riot Taba.
Riot on level 7.
Level 10, I typically take Furnace Blast.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of damage for him. It's it's a good skill. You want to practice timing it with your Ruthless Onslaught, so when you head into the fight and hit him with your body and get the stun off, the Furnace Blast also triggers and gets one, maybe another one or two who are standing too close to your Onslaught target. But I will take Lamb to the Slaughter if they have someone they're relying on that's running like a Gathering Power build. If they have a Nova, a Zeratul, or a Falstad that's clearly going to be a problem, then it's nice to be able to chain them down when they pop their head out and get the kill.
But that does not pull them out of stealth, right?
No. They're going to come out and get their hit, but they don't, like, Zeratul comes out, he gets his hit, then you lam him, he ain't getting away, he can't blink out. Yeah. Falstad, he's kind of positionally, I mean, he doesn't have stealth, but a good Falstad player is hard to catch because he'll back off with his barrel roll and whatnot, and never really put himself in harm's way. Nova the same way, she's got to pop her head out at some point. When she does, that's when you chain him and make him lose all those Gathering Power stacks.
Things that I like about Furnace Blast and don't like about Furnace Blast. Furnace Blast is usually what I go to because you're a melee guy. You're going to be in the middle of the fight. The thing I don't like about it is you're not a tank. So I almost play him a little bit like Illidan, but with a little bit more aggressive because I can heal and I've got a little bit more survivability. But to me, when you're not a tank and you don't have tanking abilities, you should not be in the middle of everybody. And in order to get the max from Furnace Blast, you kind of need to be in the middle of everybody and have that bad boy go off to really try and be effective. But by then, you could be dead.
It's a lot of damage, though. That's the thing. Like, you can isolate. You can either. There's two things I like to do with Furnace Blast. I like to either come into the fight just like 3 or 4 seconds late when everybody's clumped up a bit and the fight's just starting and get off a big Furnace Blast, or I like to just hone in on one target I know I need out of the fight, and Furnace Blast helps with that a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's insane burst on top of Ruthless Onslaught, so, I mean, as long as it gets you a kill, Furnace Blast is doing its job. Lambs to the Slaughter sometimes won't get you a kill, that's why I like Furnace Blast a little more.
Yeah.
Just personally.
I agree.
Because I know people in chat were asking.
Level 13, what do you go for?
Crate Flash. It's 30% movement speed. Basically, it's like just a quick movement steroid, basically.
It's like a Wind Fury.
Huh?
It's like a Wind Fury.
Yeah, definitely. So, on a hero who has no movement options, you kind of need it. If you find that you don't really need it, then Spell Shield's all right for survivability, especially if you find you're the target of a lot of stuff. Level 16, Blood Frenzy is amazing. I didn't really give it enough credit at first, but the 35% increase to attack speed. If you're winning, Blood Frenzy just lets you win even more.
Yep.
If they have a lot of hard CC and you're being focused by it, Enraged is also really good here because, I mean, it's CC reduction. which you will need.
Percent attack speed and reduced duration. Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So, level 20, I take Bolt.
Yep.
It's, he has no mobility.
Yeah.
Butcher needs it.
He has no mobility at all. By then, though, you got some pretty good survivability because you've got attack speed going and off of your Butcher's brand. So I go with Fires of Hell and get the double Furnace Blast, because if you can get it off, even if you're chasing somebody, if you wipe out a whole team and somebody gets away, and you can continue to chase, you've got 3 seconds before it's going to trigger again. So I've had that happen a couple of times. So
yeah, it's all player dependent. There's nothing wrong with the double Furnace Blast. I just, at that point in the game with Blood Frenzy, if I haven't died, I like the option to be able to just go in on somebody and get my attacks off, or be able to get away and save my stacks. So.
Yep. I will say also that the Butcher is best played on the Wonderbilly.
Yes, that's pretty much that's true for most heroes.
Yeah, standard for most heroes.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, but so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing the old Butcherooski build tonight, so you guys can enjoy that. That'll be on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on iTunes, it's on the Blizz Pro YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and search for Blizz Pro, and you will easily find that. So, anything else on that, guys?
I said it all. You guys got anything?
All I know is that there's some good butchers and there's some really bad butchers, and then there's the butchers that think they're tanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Please
just
don't
want to
think you're a
mention.
tank.
Yeah. No.
I think Trixler said on the forums that basically his win rate is like right at 50%, which is pretty impressive for a brand new hero, I feel like.
Sure.
And pretty much shuts up all the people who are complaining that he's OP or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So very cool. Well, I think that's going to do it for our news and discussion portion, guys. I do want to mention one more time, guys, that you can go over to our Patreon.com /Heroes Power Hour and support the show. Every little bit helps. If you can attend the stream on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Afterwards, you can rock the Nexus with us if you're one of our patrons. We play games with our patrons and hang out and get you on Skype, and you guys can bull crap and have a good time. So that's just one of the things. A buck goes a long way, kids. It goes a heck of a long way. So anything else, guys, before we dive into round 2 of this extraordinary adventure?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, we've got a lot of shows going on this channel now. And let's see, we got Mondays with the Extra Life Power Hour. We've got this. And then tomorrow is West March Workshop. And then starting Sunday, we'll be doing the Well Met podcast, our Hearthstone show, this Sunday as well. So
I'm excited for that. I love Well Met. It's so fun.
Yep. I'm a big fan.
Definitely subscribe to the channel because we got a lot of pretty cool shows going on now.
Yep. And even if you can't make it if you're in Europe or something like that, and you can't catch it on the backside, a lot of these are uploaded to iTunes. All of them are uploaded to YouTube, so you can catch them on the backside if you can't attend this to stream. But if you subscribe anyhow to the twitch.tv/BlizzPro, you'll get an email when it goes live. Heck, maybe you're just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Yeah, I'll watch the West March Workshop. Yeah, I'll watch the Heroes Power Hour. So you never know. It's a good reminder, if nothing else. So, cool. Anything else, gentlemen? All right.
Let's play Heroes.
Let's play some Heroes. We'll be back with round 2 of the Heroes Power Hour, guys. Stay tuned. Thanks so much. See ya.